For the first time in 4 decades, a newly conserved portrait of Medora von Hoffman, Medora, North Dakota's namesake, is on display at the Chateau des Maures. It's a state historic site. David Newell from the State Historical Society joins us this morning to talk about the exciting exhibit. Good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you. And so this piece bringing a lot of excitement, and I'm learning something from this about North Dakota history. Didn't know the town was named after someone like that. But going back to this painting, who did the artwork of this piece? Who painted it?
The artist's name is Charles Jalbert. He's a French academic painter who trained at the École des Beaux-Arts and was active in Paris and through the 1880s.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, very highly skilled, highly trained person that lending their talents to this piece of art. And so why is this portrait so significant to the state and the Historical Society?
Well, it's Medora's debutante portrait. She was of New York society. Her father was a banker. And as a debutante portrait, again, kind of back to the Bridgerton reference, it means that she is on the marriage market. She is a debutante, and both she and her dowry are available for marriage. That sounds kind of crude, but that's actually how it worked. And so her parents took her to Europe, and she encountered the Marquis de Maures at Cannes. And they were married in 1882 and finally ended up in Medora. He founded the town of Medora in 1883. So again, it's this significant early movement within the state, and especially having a French aristocrat, actually Sicilian aristocrat, coming west and establishing this ranching empire in his mind, and also a meatpacking plant. And then he and his wife built this hunting lodge that overlooks Medora, and that is the Chateau des Maures.
That is incredibly interesting. I didn't know all this information about that. You know, a lot of people would maybe think it was maybe some railroad person or a cowboy or something that founded Medora, but to know that it was after a European aristocrat is very, very interesting. But so what new details have been uncovered during the conservation of this work?
It's subtle for the most part, but it's significant to us. The varnish had darkened so much that we thought she was wearing a green dress, but when it was cleaned, it turns out that it's pale blue with white trim. Also, something that single women of the time would have done, she wears her hair down the back and loose, and only single women did that. And in the original portrait, as it was when we got it, you couldn't make out the detail of her hair. It was just kind of this blob down the back of her dress. But now we see it's this beautiful cascade of chestnut hair. And she was very proud of her hair, to the point that we actually have some extensions that she wore in life. The elaborate women's hairstyles of the period, you often supplemented your natural hair with purchased hair, and we have several pieces of her purchased hair.
Wow, that is fascinating. Also, you know, things come back around. People are putting extensions in their hair now again as well. So interesting to see how, you know, 1800s hairstyles coming back into play today. And so if people want to see this piece, where can they do it? When can they do it?
Sure, it is at the Chateau's Interpretive Center, which is down closer to the highway. There's a large parking lot, and this facility is open daily during the summer from 8:30 or from 9 to 5:30, and there is an admission fee, 8:30 to 5:30. Sorry, I got it wrong, but there is an admission charge. Adults are $10, children are $3. These are the summer hours through Labor Day. After that, the season shuts down primarily because the house isn't winterized, and we have to go in and get it fixed up and put everything into storage to go into the winter months. But these are the summer hours. The main thing is also to remember is after you pass Dickinson, you go into Rocky Mountain time, and this is Rocky Mountain time.
Oh yeah, good reminder for a lot of folks there as they remember that. Well, you know what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so I would like to say that a portrait's maybe worth 1,000,000, huh? Yeah.
We won't go there.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Well,
It's
David.
precious to us.
Yes, no, it really is. And I think anytime you can conserve these pieces that are really the founding of, the present day area that we live in, and conserving that history to learn from it is critically important to know where we've come from and where we're going to go. So, David, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, coming up here on today's show, your VNL deal of the week. WAG Stay and Play. You want to stick around for this one right after the break.